Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First down, it's Newton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Smith, his first carry, and some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch.
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Great. Watch the curve.
They fake the give. Newton. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Right to the 3. Get the ball.
A first down carry for Smith. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Try to punch it in with Smith into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Great. Tighten up.
Here we go now with Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, set. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I'm scared.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Zoo. 52. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucks have a 1st down.
That's what love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justice Hill, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Great. Check right. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's get there.
On the ground, this is Smith. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. These two teams all tied after 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
What tight end? Hey.
the gun, Newton. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
46 to Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. 8. 46 to Mike. 46. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Any weapon. Say it. Gun. Shit.
On first down, Smith. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike, 45.
On second down now, it's Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Mike, ready.
And the Bucks with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
46 to Mike. Check.
Here's Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Evans. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
I'm here all day. 5.
Second and 5. Got a man. It's Brashon Perriman. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 36.
Kill. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. X3, 218, chop it. 6 guys, check 6.
The give is to Jones. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Jones. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Hey, box drop.
2nd and 15. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
We got 25 the mic. Coming to you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he coughed it up, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucks have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucks have taken the lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Hey! Mike 46. Mike, enough. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Throwing again. Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
40%. 180.
Now Newton on 1st down. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
You ready? Mike, we'll go 25 to Mike. Come on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Go. Get it.
Now back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 24. Check 3. Recon, 132 fighter. Yo, faster. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, tank. Mike.
Back to throw here. High throw, but he makes the catch. 12 more yards there and another first down. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On the double. We'll go 25 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Hit it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They set up the screen to Hill. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Come on, boy. You gotta be ready.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Gun. Check 45 to Mike. Check.
From the 36, Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the draw, this is Smith. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucks with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking end zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. On second down, it's Smith. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Gun. 46. Mike, 46. Yo. 46 to Mike. 46.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's coming. Blue draw quarters. Ready.
Running right, Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Set, ready. 18 Gator. 52's the mark. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Let's go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check 24.
Here's Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
They'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Come on. Come on, D. Mike 46. Mike 46. All day, dude. All day. All day. All day. 8. 46 to Mike.
On 2nd down and 4, Newton dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, "Don't do that again." What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Watch safety creeping.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, echo.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you. I got you.
20.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Any day. Hey! Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, this complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Gun.
Let him know. Let him know. 46, boys. 46. 46 to Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Greg.
46 to Mike. Here we go.
To throw is Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Gun.
Third and long, it's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Matchbox lights. Get it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You got nothing.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready, break.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. All you get on the head. All you get on the head.
Protein spill.
Kill. Turn it up.
Hey, exit.
Kill, turn it up.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their
Let's
own
go.
25-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
8. Ready.
Throwing is Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 42. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Play action. It's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Set. 10 Lobo.
59. Mike to 59. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready, ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
On the ready.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Lead grip.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback misses. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Tampa Bay, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL